The plenary meetings of the 7th Ministerial Conference of Community of Democracies continued successfully on the second day in Ulaanbaatar, the capital city of Mongolia. The delegates from 104 countries of the world respectively discussed issues on the basic principle of democracy, obstacles threatening the democracy, and ways for overcoming them at 5 plenary meetings such as civil society, parliament, women, youth, and business forums. For instance, anti-corruption and human rights issues and the political and social relations were the topics at the Forum of Democratic Countries Parliamentarians. The participants are highly appreciated with democratic values of Mongolia having been establishing and developing the parliament governance within more than 20 years, and appraised Mongolia's achievement on prevention from corruption. Also, they highlighted that the Mongolia's parliament has a lot of things to be done so as to create the positive conditions for the investors because of large amount of capital being invested by the foreign countries in Mongolian economy. The Forum on Women issue was one of the biggest organized within the Conference of Community of Democracies. Mongolian women account for 49% of working forces, 59.4% of the public servants, 79% of teachers, 82% of medical sector's workers, and 85% of them who run small and medium business and lead the social development of the country. Furthermore, 19% of the state secretaries of the Mongolian ministries are women, which means the Mongolian women play a significant role in making decisions, as well as developing and implementing the state policy. It is shining examples of women in your country are leading the society in terms of the education, skill, and capabilities, underlined the participants. Younger delegates gathered at another forum ran a debate on some issues being faced the activities for strengthening of democracy. Mongolian younger creative workers taking part in the forum introduced to the delegates of the conference the national ger dwelling assembled by them in the central square of capital city and called this ger for solidarity. The Business Democracy Forum also took place within the conference with participation of over 20 delegates and representatives from the Commerce and Industry Chamber and civil societies. The participants discussed issues on an openness of the government and private sector, social responsibility of companies, initiative against corruption, etc. They underlined if the private sector can be far from corruption and bureaucracy, it is a solid base for a reliable existence of democracy. In addition, they explained how to participate businessmen in combating corruption and how appropriate will be participation of public organizations in the business activities. Thus, representatives from over 100 democratic countries of the world brought together in Mongolia, which put on the way of democracy 23 years ago. Tomorrow, they will take part jointly in the 7th Ministerial Conference of Community of Democracies.